Alright, round one, we've got the... Whoa, this is new. This must be a new patch thing. Alright, I'll play first. And we've got a black and a red. We don't have a white for this, but we can play the Leaping Master. 2 out of 3 colors, but we are missing the white, which is a pretty important component since it represents only 7 sources in our deck. But do I really want to mulligan? If I see a white source, this hand's pretty good. I think I'm going to keep it. If I were to draw a white source, this hand's fine. If I don't draw a white source but lands, I can at least eventually get to play some removal spells. So I think this hand's okay. I gotta admit, I'm tempted to do the Leaping Master first. Because I feel like... Do I get in the same amount of damage? I get the same amount of damage on turn 3, where he probably plays a morph guy. Let's just bash in now. Whatever. Whatever. I mean, playing the Leaping Master first only does more damage. It's dependent on what our opponent plays, I think, to really answer that question. So now it probably would have been better to do the Leaping Master first. We would have been even for... Maybe it would have done the same thing. I don't know. Just don't know anymore. Well, mirror match. It doesn't bode well, since ours is a pretty lackluster one. If I play Snakeskin here, I just 2-for-1 myself. I don't really like that. Guess we just pass. I'm going to lose my Dasher? Yeah, that seems bad. Do I have something better to do? Snakeskin 2-for-1 myself, but at least take out the Horde Chief. Whereas if Valley Dasher just goes away, then I just... Trying to think what kind of benefit I get from keeping the snakeskin around. Maybe later it'll be useful. I think I just have to lose my Valley Dasher. I don't really like it, but don't really have a choice. Not really seeing any more mana. Guess he did his job. Did 4 points of damage. Guess I could have snakeskinned my master, but then a removal spell would have been pretty bad. Okay, so we can do Chief of the Edge, which isn't bad, but this isn't a warrior. I guess it lets me stop his warrior, though. I can also do Snakeskin plus Hate Blade. These two are actually pretty good together once I get that little engine going. I think for now, let's get the Chief down. So that way I can stop his warrior. Maybe I even make a... well, I don't know if I want to make a trade necessarily with a Horde Chief, but I might just take the 4 damage here. I guess that makes sense. Because if I get a 4th land, then at least I can do this War Shrieker. Alright. Bloodfell Caves. Oh, that's going to be pretty harsh. I think I trade off a Master for a Warrior and take 9. Because I'm certainly not killing my own Chief. And then we just have to hope to draw a land so I can attack with my Chief and raid. And then I can play a Hate Blade maybe, plus a Snakeskin. Didn't get the land, so that's kind of unfortunate. Kind of want to go for the Hate Blade Snakeskin play. Because if he doesn't have an answer right away, then I can... well, I guess I can't. Well, I kind of can. He basically gets a turn to kill my guy. Unfortunately for me, he's got a grip full of cards. So it seems less likely that he wouldn't have anything. So maybe the best play is just swing for 3, play the Hate Blade, and leave up Death Touch. All right. If we get a 4th land here, we can at least do the War Shrieker into a Morph. So, swing Chief. War Shrieker. Tracker morph. It's kind of a weird looking graveyard. Oh. So you can make it. So how do I make it so it's not this like awkward looking panel? Or wait, does it? Oh, okay. That makes more sense. Raider spoils, yeah. It's pretty awesome there. So we'll do some trading. His morph guy was Canyon Lurkers, okay. So he gets to pay some life and draw a card. If we get a land, I can do Snakeskin plus Bring Low, which is kind of good. But we're pretty low on life. If I don't get a land, I think I just Bring Low right away. We'll play around the Feat of Resistance and buff spells. I did get a land. All right, well, that's good news. So let's just kill this guy. That's Snakeskin. I only have one black source anyway, so I'd have to draw another one to play it plus regen. Let's just get him down to 5 life and pass. He'll burn away for his next creature, or he might just play a removal spell. I think he kind of has to here. Well, that can't block. Looks like he's got a Delve card, so hopefully it's just the Scavenger and not Dead Drop. Okay. That I can actually handle. He did get full value, but... Oh, he got to leave up a Charm spell too? Oh, he's got an... Okay, Morph as well. I see. That is presumably too many things for me to handle. Let's just stay back with both cards in our hand. Let's see how he attacks. Well, it helps. It's kind of cool how Burn Away works. Kill the creature and then exile it. It's nice. Alright. War Shrieker. And High Spire Mantis, okay. I guess we just pass. See if we can get any more spell information out of our opponent. see what the morph card was. Just a Sage Eye Harrier. Alright. Let's see here. So mirror match, but his deck's better than mine. Let's see. Maybe mirror match where your opponent's deck's better. What do I cut? I mean, Secret's okay. I just kind of get the impression he can probably pound out his hand pretty quick. Swift Kick is, it's alright. It's not insane. It's not that good in here. We've kind of got enough removal. I'm not sure I really have a sideboard so much. I mean, I could bring in a high toughness guy, but not exactly sure that's what I want either. I think we just keep it the same. Let's try this again. We'll play first, and well, it's kind of the same dilemma as last time. No white source. Is 7 too few? Probably is, but I don't know if I have much choice. My deck's pretty bad. I think I'd keep it. Same sort of thing as before. If I can draw a white source, his hand's okay. I mean, if I draw a white source, the hand at least does everything, right? If I don't draw any land, I can get to Blazebringer, who can at least block something important at some point. So I guess the issue is if I do Blazebringer, I think I do Blazebringer anyway. It makes the best use of my mana. It's not a very easy thing to kill. If he does want to use a kill spell to kill it, it's not that bad. I'm most likely attacking next turn. If he leaves that back, then I'm not. I guess if he leaves that back, I'll figure it out. I can do Chief of the Edge. He would have to trade. It's not all that impressive for us, I guess. That's an interesting attack. Oh, he wants the Horde Chief. Okay. Yeah, Blazebringer's pretty bad in this match. You know, this deck's funny because it's so bad that it's like, how do I describe it? I'm playing like defensive and offensive spells, which, I mean, that doesn't sound like it should be bad, but the way this deck is set up is terrible. I really do dislike the way our deck turned out. I guess here I just do Caves, swing with Blazebringer, trade it for a Morph guy, get out a Horde Chief. That's not bad. Because then I get to follow up with Saddle Brood or Chief of the Edge the next turn, so I can get behind that. Three mana, 4 damage, turn on my raid. You know, honestly, I think the Blazebringer did his job. Take it. I'm not exactly sure what... Oh, it's probably the 5-2, I guess? Yeah, I guess I should... Well, it's debatable. Yeah, I mean, kind of sucks, but at the same time, it's not the worst. Well, is it power? No, it's toughness 3 or greater. Well, I guess that's not bad. So I can suspension field, but then I can't really do anything else. I think this turn we swing Horde Chief. And then we drop the Saddle Brute. I could do the Hate Blade this turn. Leave up to Death Touch. But let's get this guy out. While I could still attack in and not have to worry about the life loss. I'm debating whether I want to take another 5 or if I want to give up my warrior. To be honest, I'm kind of in the camp of taking another 5, but I know that's a bit risky. I guess I just kind of want to trade a Hate Blade for that thing. I think I'm going to take 5 one more time. Because if I get my Chief down, then at least my warrior trades with his lurkers. Okay. That guy's pretty good. Especially with this thing. But I can get rid of it at some point. So we play land. Then do we do the Chief to pump the warrior? Could also do the Hate Blade to trade with the lurkers. Guess if he has Ride Down now, I'm in kind of bad shape. Kind of want to save the Chief, but the Hate Blades are important too. Let's play Chief here, I guess. So now we pass. I leave back the warrior. Can't really take out the ancestor yet, because the Death Touch should be a kind of bad trade. Uh-oh. All right, well, it looks like I'm going to get Ride Down and go to 7. But I just can't do much about that. Could block with 2 guys. But here's the issue with blocking. I can't really block with 2 guys. And the reason I can't is if he does have Ride Down, then he doesn't even have to play it. He just 2-for-1s me anyway. So basically I have to let him play Ride Down and deal a bunch of damage to me. Otherwise I just 2-for-1 myself and he gets to keep his Ride Down. And that's real bad. So yeah, I mean, that's terrible. I don't know what to say. It's really bad. I wish I could do something about it. Maybe I need 8 white sources? I didn't think I did, but that was back-to-back games where I saw a bunch of white spells and didn't have a white source. Maybe it's just a coincidence. Guess we have to take out his flyer because I don't have any means to stop it. Well, that's a good way to do it, I guess. I guess the right works better. I see the issue. The right works better on creatures with tokens because you get added bonus, but using the right now makes better use of my mana. How good is a 1/1 token for me? Well, to be honest, it's not terrible if I get a Raider Spoils, but I think this is a turn to really... I think a 1/1 snake token's not going to do that much for me this game. So let's just make better use of our mana. Tap out to take care of the evasive guy. And then we'll pass. Yeah, he's in a pretty good position to do that. Guess that we suspension field the Death Touch enabler. And then we... Yes. He has first strike up. If I swing with Saddle Brute, I could only trade for one of those. That's not all that good. I can't really swing a Hate Blade because of the first strike. I'm going to play another Hate Blade. Yeah, I don't really want to trade a Saddle Brute for a War Shrieker or a Krumar. It doesn't seem all that good. So let's just play a Hate Blade and pass. I felt like I had to get rid of the Death Toucher because it was making this guy have Death Touch, which was just going to be a little bit too good to keep up with, but yeah. Ooh, that's a good card. He doesn't really have a great attack. Yeah. If he attacked with a Krumar, I would just block with a Saddle Brute plus a Hate Blade. Then he could first strike down my Saddle Brute or my Hate Blade, but I would at least kill it and only lose one of my dudes. Yeah, we might as well hardcast this. No reason to keep it a secret, I don't think. Still can't really attack the Krumar, admittedly. Doing a lot of holding down the fort for him right now. Okay. I think we'll hold this land. Ooh, it's a really powerful effect to have. It's an excellent last 2 cards to have. Very impressive. I wish you were outlasting with that. You don't have the resources, sir. Okay, let's figure this out. So he's going to be gaining quite a bit of life. Probably have to be doing some chump blocking. Alright, let's figure this out. Well, I feel like first strike should go on this guy. That makes sense. Feel like death touch. Oh, he's not getting first strike on. That's actually pretty good for us. That's fine. And then we do this guy on this guy. And then I think I just chump here, don't kill my chief. And then I trade here. This way, do some trading on the board. I think everything dies and I'm left with good stuff. So this actually, I believe, works out better for us than it does for him. By my count. I could have gone to 1 and preserved my Horde Chief, but I don't really like it. Yeah, it's panned out pretty well for us, to be honest. I mean, considering our opponent doesn't have any cards left in hand, it's not that bad. I think the unfortunate thing is he's got this Ghost Fireblade, and he's got a lot of life, so there's a lot of good draws he could get, sort of bring him back into it, like pretty much any creature. Oh, it's actually kind of good, especially on a first striker. Hmm. A lot of cards to exile. That's kind of good for us. Let's get in for 8. And we can actually still regen too, which is kind of nice. War Shrieker for not too much value, but it's a hill giant. Well, this is pretty good for us since it forces him to block our first striker. All right. Well, that was a pretty interesting game win. So we've got about 7.5 minutes. Our opponent's got about 8.5. So can't have a super stalemated board, or else that'll be a problem. But that was very surprised we won that. We'll see you in the final game. Maybe I need the Shatter, actually, I guess, for his... Ghost Fire Blade seems pretty good. What do I cut, though? Could cut a Bring Low, but those seem kind of good, too. This is a difficult deck to make cuts for. I mean, Ghost Fire Blade does a lot of work. I probably should bring in a Shatter for that. But then again, he's so aggressive. Oh, I guess I probably bring it in. It is a game changer. So, once again, what do we cut? Do I want to go up to 8 white resources as well? Wasn't that the question? I don't think I do. I don't think I do. I think I just notice it a lot more because I have quite a few early white spells, so it's like important to see white early, but yeah, I don't know. Could cut a 4-drop, but removal seems so important. Could cut a creature, but I don't really want to do that all that much. Molting Snakeskin was pretty good. I guess Valley Dasher's kind of rotten in this match because he's got multiple 3 toughness dudes. All right, let's cut the Valley Dasher. I don't know why we're down to 13 creatures. It's pretty bad, but I think we go for it. Yeah, it's a good hand. Right. To go caves into a student or a leaping master. We'll see. No 2-drop. I guess that's good news. Snakeskin's pretty nice too. Student versus master. Student is going to be worse if I do tracker morph next turn. I guess we do the master. No 3-drop? No, I'm just confused. So we can morph or we can do student. What is the call? I think that we're doing... morph? I think our opponent must have mulliganed and I missed it. Oh wait, where's that cool little... Is this the chat? Okay. Let's see. He did that. Wait, does this go all the way? Is this just the beginning of this game, or? Wait, this is last game? Where's... I guess I don't have time to mess with this. As much as I'd like to do reading. Well, Snakeskin could potentially do some work for us, but Raider spoils next turn. At least buffs our guys, which is pretty good. Yeah, I'd say this is worthy of a Raider spoils. Get in for 6 here. That's pretty good. Yeah, I mean, alternatively, I can just do a Snakeskin, but let's do the spoils. I think the real perk of the spoils here is both of our guys trade with the Mantis. As much as I don't like giving up the first striker because we can unmorph it next turn, I think I'm still pretty comfortable with this trade. Sorry, it's my oven alarm going off. All right, now we just pass. I'm rushing to run to my oven. I've got less than 5 minutes in a game. Okay, so maybe I'm to presume we've got a Horde Chief follow-up. Get some dudes out there for him. Oh, War Shrieker. Maybe War Shrieker into Horde Chief. That would be good. Ooh, Heart Piercer. That's much more brutal. Okay. Guess we can do Outpost for now. So let's... I mean... If he doesn't have removal, I can Snakeskin get in for 5, take him to 7. Which is pretty good. Kind of like the idea of the student staying back on defense, though. Potentially I'm in a rough spot, I guess. Maybe just wants to trade with the War Shrieker. Yeah, I'm low on time too. This is kind of a tough decision though, folks. This is a tough one. I think he's bashing too much back for me to effectively race from above. If any of that made sense to you, good. So I think what we're going to do is just swing Leaping Master. I can give it flight too, because I don't want to block, so. And then we're going to follow up with a student. I think this sets me up better. Because now I can block his Heart Piercer. If he plays Raiders Spoils, then probably have lethal next turn with a Snakeskin Prowess plus Leap. That would be 9 points. Exactly, right? Or is it 8? Maybe it's 1 short. Okay. He does have his own. So we'll take a bunch of damage here. So if I Snakeskin, that's 5, 8. Yeah, we're 1 damage short. So I guess I play Caves for life gain. We'll play Snakeskin here. Really wish I had lethal. And well, this is a tough spot, isn't it? If I block either of these on my next turn, I'm just going to lose my guy. I think we're dead to a lot of things. So it's better to just swing student. I mean, I can leave it back. I just don't really see how that's going to be good. Here's the thing. I leave student back. He swings with everything. I can kill his mantis, chump block something, and we take 3. I'm not a huge fan of that. But then again, we're dead to active treason regardless. I do feel like I need to get some damage in. I don't know. It's tricky. Because, I mean, I want my student at the same time, and getting 3 points of damage here is actually kind of good. He doesn't threaten lethal based on his board if I'm able to block. Well, I guess to be honest, I couldn't block the Mantis because I'd have to block the War Shrieker because this thing's got trample. So there's so many things that kill me. I actually think I'm better off just going on the hope he doesn't have it. Because if he has ride down, he has active treason. There's so many things so if I'm like the longer I wait, the worse it's gonna get for me. Especially considering I've only got a minute and a half left. All right. Well, it was a close match. Considering our deck was significantly to the umpteenth times worse than our opponents, I think he should be more ashamed that he barely beat us, to be honest. All right. I'll see you in round 2.